Welcome back to Streamline Entertainment. It's your boy Marvin. We're going to be discussing Kanye West again and his wife Bianca Censori. And her father doesn't seem happy in the trashy outfits. So TMZ podcast have called it what she's wearing. So let's get straight into the video and we'll comment as we go. It is a reaction video.
Turning his daughter into a tacky naked trophy, and the family is hurt that they're being shut out of Bianca's life. Wow.
That's wild. You know, he also has expressed to the dad that he wants to sit down with Kanye to speak about the recent behavior.
I don't think sitting down with Kanye goes well. You know, I've tried to sit down with Kanye and it's just Kanye's monologue. You know what I mean? But this is crazy because there's been all of this speculation and stuff about she doesn't have free will, she doesn't have access to social media. Like, I've never heard her talk, to be honest.
Yeah, no, I'll agree with that.
Which is weird for, she's one of the most famous people of this moment because of, you know, being linked to Kanye, obviously. But she was an architect before, like, meeting Kanye. Like, she wasn't a model, she wasn't an influencer, she wasn't anything. And then she met Kanye, and now she's just parading around the world naked next to him, and doing very little else.
Yeah, and I will say from the photos and videos that we have gotten, I know nothing about their relationship, her and Kanye's relationship. They seem very smitten with one another. Every time you do see like a PDA.
Look, this is what I see, is like I say, they seem smitten. And her father has got every right to be a bit worried about her. It's like there's videos circulating out there, she should have been arrested in basically Paris for not wearing any knickers, and the sort of outfit she had on, which was very, very revealing. I think a lot of people are actually seeing it as basically she's a trophy wife, he's using her to get to the top and be his model, his wife be his model. I think that I personally wouldn't want my partner doing that, to be honest with you. But look, where do we go from here? Because she obviously loves doing it. We know Kanye's can be a bit forceful sometimes, and a bit, look, we've got to do this to get here. It's business at the end of the day. So they seem to be both on board with it. So it seems. I think sometimes she gets a bit peed off with all the attention, because it must be exhausting sometimes. But hey, it's life. I can see sort of both sides, Kanye and his wife Bianca, and also podcasters who are pretty worried about their behaviour at the moment.
A shot of them, meaning like he's hugging her, holding her, whatever. But she just does not look happy.
I mean, that is actually what her friends and family are also allegedly saying, that, you know, it's the look in her eyes, or the lack of look in her eyes.
Or the lack of a look, yeah.
She's just dead behind the eyes and following him naked everywhere.
Yeah.
This isn't the woman they know. Like, she's like a vibrant, fun girl, but you don't see any of that. You just see all of her, and then nothing there.
I mean, we've had videos, you know, back, I believe, at the end of last year where they were, or maybe in the beginning of this year, where they were at Fashion Week or whatever, and he was like, he would bring her out of like the building, and there's a crowd there, and he would be directing people on which angles to take on her and like how she should be posing, and it really does. I can understand Bianca Censori's father's you know, intentions, you know, because I mean, even in here, apparently he told Daily Mail that he, you know, wants to ask Kanye what he would do if his daughters, North or Chicago, were in a similar situation or in public in half naked outfits. How would he respond to that? Because this is someone's daughter. However, she isn't a grown-ass adult, so she's making these choices that we know of to be with him. She's married to him, and yeah, I don't know. It's weird because I do see these photos, and I almost like question, like, is she good?
Well, I mean, why wouldn't she come out and say, I'm good? Like, you know, and because you hear about all these sort of like controlling relationships. Often the person being controlled is unaware or happy with it anyway.
Right.
But that doesn't diminish the fact that they are being, you know, somewhat put as a trophy who's just like seen but not heard.
Or like a little puppet, you know, like, okay, you're going to walk out here and then you're going to do a little dance and then you're going to walk back inside. Like, that's what it feels like when she does like these catwalks to and from the car of her, these half naked outfits. And
yeah, and we've heard on other channels and the news, she's not allowed to talk to the media, which is quite controlling. I think this is why she sometimes has breaks away from him to recuperate. I just can't see this going on like that before something goes bang, because it's too much. If it happened now and again, you can say, Rock, it happened now and again, but it seems to be every day or every other day.
Every day it just seems to get worse. More and more clothes taken off this chick.
Yeah, I mean, this is just like some architect from Melbourne, and now she is like a big superstar. So that's got to be kind of cool for her, but also, what do you think her end game is? Like, what is she hoping will happen? Is she hoping, or is she just going along for the ride? Like, what? I don't, because we don't hear from her ever. She doesn't have social media. Like, I don't know what she wants out of this, or is she just in love with Kanye? And
I think she's just in love with Kanye and going along with it, because, you know, they actually knew each other when he was still married to Kim. He was part of, you know, her, she was part of his, like, you know, company and in some capacity. I can't remember exactly what, so I don't want to misquote it, but she has known him for a very long time, and so she probably knows him before all of these episodes, mental health things were starting to happen, and I think she knows who he genuinely is, and sometimes you fall in love with that person, and maybe she is in love with Kanye and just hoping that, you know, that this is what he wants, this is how he, and maybe he, you know, lifts her up and, you know, praises her when she's in those outfits. I don't know. We don't know what happens behind closed doors.
I know, but you know.
But I also think it's publicly too. He's saying, "This is my beautiful wife." Touting her around.
But
Paris.
he's talking about her looks. Look how beautiful. I'll post my wife whenever I want because look how beautiful she is.
Exactly.
Like you and I.
I just think it could be damaging, like I've said in previous video, for you know, Kanye's kids as well, growing up so quickly. So you've got to be role models for her. She was dressed in quite a nice outfit, which was fully on her the other day, but you know, hey, look, I just think it's not right. It looks good in some views, selling their products, I understand, but in another way, on a humanity ground, it just doesn't look good, to be honest. It does look trashy, and I can understand why the family are not really happy, especially when it comes down to tradition.
Both married.
Yeah.
Marriages are supposed to be somewhat equal, you know, ideally.
Wow. Yeah.
But are they not?
Yeah, no, they are.
And I don't see that Bianca's got any sway in that relationship. What Kanye says goes. Like he's the famous one, he's the rich one, he's the one dressing her, and she's seen but not heard.
But isn't it what the wife says goes though in our relationship?
In our relationship,
yeah.
Yes, very much so. It should be more equal in my relationship too. Okay.
So yeah, that's it. TMZ Audio, the couple there, they're absolutely brilliant. I'd listen to quite a bit of their stuff at the end of the day. And hey, look, I hope that Kanye sort of takes the warning seriously, that the dad, you know, technically wants to meet him, sit down with him, and is making the family look bad, which is absolutely true. But let me know what you think. Don't forget to subscribe to Streamline Entertainment and follow and like the video. I respect your support wherever you are in the world, and thank you. Have a good day, night, evening, or morning.